January 26th, and I'm outside on a Sunday. I got a call from somebody. I said, hello, who is it? It said, it's me, Money. I'm out there in Hampton, Georgia. Can you come out here and get me? I said, be right there. So I'm going to Hampton, Georgia. Look at Money, pick him up, bring him home. I'm taking you guys with me. In the meantime, Trump has black Democrats panicking, and they think he done lost his mind. He done cut that DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion out. So now you have to get your job based on merit. It's not a racist thing. You want the best people in the best positions. Who wants a person to fly a plane that don't know how to fly one? It ain't about being black or white. It's about being qualified. So let's roll out, y'all.
Whenever people start disregarding all of their blessings and all of the success and that their family members have done and achieved, and that they have achieved, and that our ancestors have gone through in order for us to be able to enjoy life the way that we do. All we do is complain and act as if we need the government more and more and more and more and more. And then soon as we have a president that says, you know what, less government for you, we start bitching and moaning, acting like we really, oh no, we need you. Because 400 years of slavery.
None of us was a slave.
Because we started behind. Because when we started to build, you burned down our churches and you burned down our businesses, and we can never get a leg up. For everything that Dr. King has fought for, we're giving it all away. Dr. King, first of all, is and I'm a fan of his because I grew up on Dr. King. Every February, it was all about Dr. King. Dr. King was like the Michael Jordan of Black History Month. But the more I find out about Dr. King and what he represented, I become less of a fan, all right? And I'm not going to try to deter any of you to become less of a fan of Dr. King because, you know, he meant well. But the people he worked for and the type of stuff that he was really on, I cannot jive with. But the one thing that I do know that he fought for was humanity. He fought for black people to be able to enjoy the little things the same way white people enjoy the little things without being bothered. That's what he wanted. He didn't fight so that we can work where the white people work, or make as much money as they make, or bank where they bank, or, you know, have our kids look like theirs, or I don't know. We're so materialistic and so unrealistic, and we're so detached from reality, man, that we just complain and complain and complain about everything, not realizing how blessed we are. You know what I mean? All right, so this one video right here has a white lady complaining about Black History Month. And then this black dude, young guy, he breaks her down with his own rhetoric on white people. I want y'all to listen to this, and I want y'all to be extremely brutally honest inside of the comment section, man. Hit the like button, and also I have a video that I want to show you guys, and I want to talk to you all about. Not after this one. After this one, I have another one. A young lady that's pissed off that Trump is in office, and she's telling us how the sky is falling, and it's the end for black people. I told you black people are panicking all over social media, but I didn't go get everything. I just got to. Then I want to show Piers Morgan conversation where Cenk from the Young Turks, this dude went off. He lost his cool because he was talking to a guy who represents what Trump stands for, and he just got overly emotional. And you already know, the first guy that gets too emotional and start, you know, throwing insults and stuff, they lose. So make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. Listen, no, we're gonna get into it. Don't tell me to please elaborate on Dr. King. You go do your own research there. Let's get into it. Hit the like button.
I want to ask black people, how would you feel if white people held an event every year on the coast, the South Coast, Gulf Coast, and we called it White Beach Weekend? and black people weren't allowed to attend this event.
Girl, we wouldn't give a llama's left coochie lip if you and every other white person in white America gathered together today on the nearest beach eating potato salad with raisins in it and dancing offbeat to the Beach Boys. But I do have a question for you, Joy. How would you and all of those white people feel if we as black people came to that very same beach that y'all were having White Beach Wednesday or whatever you just said, and we stole you? And we drug you across an ocean to an entirely new continent and made you build a country after stealing everything from you, and then we offered you nothing in return for your services? How would you all feel? Every single time I hear something like this fly out of a white person's mouth, it just goes to show that you are more of an enemy than an ally. Because what about Black History Month makes you so upset? Joy, do you not understand that we were enslaved for hundreds of years? We were stolen.
You wasn't
beaten,
stolen.
Raped, murdered.
You wasn't raped. You wasn't.
And given absolutely nothing in return after building this country. And so because we take 1 month out of the year and we desire to celebrate ourselves, it makes you upset? And who in the hell told you in that partially crossed eye that white people could not participate in Black History Month? Who said that, Joy? Nobody.
All right, so as y'all just now heard, now we're gonna get to the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the other one. I'm not gonna cut it on right now, but I'm gonna turn it on in a second because I need y'all to see this just for some.
I want to ask black people, how would you feel if white people held an
Hold on, how in the world did that stop playing?
event every year
That wasn't supposed to.
on the coast, the South Coast?
Supposed to stop playing at all. All right. So the young lady wanted to know, the white lady wanted to know, the white woman, the snow bunny wanted to know, how would black people feel if white people had White People Weekend where you celebrated and you would not allow black people to show up? And this guy went on a rant, because he said white people, and feel free to answer me. I want to know in the comments below, do you love raisins in your potato salad? He said he don't care if y'all have a weekend to yourselves and with potato salad with raisins in it and all this other stuff, bland food, not seasoned, all of the stereotypes. He's throwing all the stereotypes in there. He said, I don't understand why you got a problem with Black History Month. We was enslaved for 400 years. We were beaten. We were unalived. We were raped. We were this. We were that. Don't we deserve a month to celebrate each other? Well, first of all, February, Black History Month ain't about celebrating being slaves. I don't even know why he brought that up. It's not. It's just about reminding black people of great black people that came before us. That's it, and that's all. And the reason for that is because our history cannot be traced back as far as we would like to trace it back. We don't know. They wasn't keeping records on certain people back in those days, partially because of slavery, but that's the reason why we like to celebrate the greatness of people that look like us. That's it. In black schools especially, it's something that we didn't skip from kindergarten, from pre-K all the way through 9th grade. I think I had two white people in my school. I think I had two. Jeremiah Mills was one of them. I know because he and I was beefing in first grade, and it was my fault. We weren't beefing. I was just bullying him because he looked different. I was an asshole at a very young age, and I'm not even gonna say I was taught that. He wasn't the only person I was bullying, actually. I was being bullied, and hurt people. Bruce was bullying me. Jesse was trying to bully me, and I was bullying other people as well. Hurt people. But that's not the whole point of February. So the young man just went down all that list of saying that we went through slavery, we built this country, and you didn't give us anything in return. That's what you didn't give us. Because usually if you use slaves for anything.
What's going on with you?
Hey, what are you doing without me?
What I'm doing what?
What are you doing without me?
I'm going somewhere.
Where are you going?
I got a date.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where are you taking her?
I'm going to Hampton.
Hampton? What's that?
Hampton, Georgia, down by the racetrack.
Wow. Oh, you picked up a job for today?
Yeah, how'd you figure that out?
Because you said you was going on a date. Money must be involved. I know you gotta have some money. Somebody gotta have some money. Who's that?
You so smart. You figured that shit out.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to fix the dryer right quick.
Okay.
You in the
No, I
house?
was hungry.
You in the new
No, I was hungry, so we came to jail Cricket.
Y'all ain't got to the new house yet?
Yeah. We just left it. That's why I needed the map to take her to jail Cricket.
Y'all doing all the paperwork and all that?
No, that's tomorrow. Remember, I took
that's
off from work tomorrow. So at 11 o'clock, Piedmont Road, Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Buckhead. It's 3525. She just gave me the address to the agent. 3525 Piedmont Road, Northeast at 11.
Mm-hmm.
And her flight leaves at 8 p.m. So I don't know, what are we doing? Am I coming to the house so we could drop her? You gonna take her to the airport? What are we doing? Or am I just taking her straight?
She don't want to ride like Douglas.
So, just let me know.
You gotta ask her. Then let me know if she chooses to let me take her to the airport. Let me know. But she may not want me to take her.
But then you go, if you got a job, if you have job
What I
links
just
up, I'm
said?
not. Oh, we going to JJ's?
I gotta go.
Tell them that we changed our
in
mind.
the morning.
But I don't. What happened, babe? I don't know these damn girls.
Douglasville, 8 a.m. and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. And we'll still be. I'll probably be on the road headed to the place being there. We gotta be there at 11.
Okay.
But when we're done, is what I'm trying. She's gonna already be checked out of the hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Nala, what time do you need to get to the airport tomorrow?
At 8:30. So I'm gonna be there by 7.
You want to be there by 7?
I'm trying to see like where I'm gonna be because they check out early.
Yeah, the checkout is at 11. That's what I'm saying.
Be headed to the airport at 6.
Yeah, so I'll just bring her back to the house with me.
Okay.
You
Well,
driving back and forth?
Huh? I'll just bring you back we just go back to my house. So Doug could take us. Doug could take us to the airport. He should be done. He's gonna be done by then, right? She want to be there by 7.
And you gotta leave at 6.
Yeah, we gotta leave at 6.
Yep.
Like an hour to the airport?
Yeah.
She gotta go to TSA. It's not like they're gonna be waiting on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go through TSA.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. So I don't know how to go beach now, but
Yeah.
what's the last thing? Open the church in the morning?
No, you still gotta go through. Yeah, you still gotta go through that bullshit. Yeah, so we'll just come back to the house when I'm done. That's it. And you'll still probably be out on the road. And we just wait for you to come back and then we just take drop off at the airport. That's all.
I put my bag right in the front, like.
Unless you're gonna extend her time at the air, unless you're gonna extend her time at the hotel, I don't know.
Rather be at the
I don't know.
airport than to miss your flight.
Yeah, right. Because I was close to her driving from the house where she was at the airport, at the hotel. It was only like 30 minutes.
Oh, the hotel is closer to the airport.
No, to our house. It was 30
that's
minutes.
right,
It was
that's right, that's right.
it was just a 30-minute ride.
She was over there by your old job, right? The one
I guess.
The
It's
one that
I
closed.
had to bust a left on La Vista Road off the highway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where you used to work at.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what, babe? She's right across the street from the mall, North Lake Mall.
Yeah,
That's where she's at. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where she's at. That's the room. That's where I'll be tonight. Yeah. I'm just gonna stay over here. She got a bed for me to sleep on, so I'm gonna just stay there tonight with her at the hotel.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, waiting for somebody to say, well, my bad.
Who else in there? Is this y'all too?
My niece. My niece is there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's your take on the house?
Oh, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice. We're gonna have to rake the leaves.
In the yard?
We're gonna have to rake the leaves. It's a fenced-in yard, so you can't really see the lake like where Mom is at the bottom part because the fence is blocking her view. But upstairs on the deck that comes out of the living room, you can.
And the houses are close together?
Yeah, it's definitely, and it's like pushed in like the driveway is steep. It's steep to where I was scared I couldn't get out. I couldn't reverse out of it. Yeah, so I'm gonna probably just keep my car up on the street opposed to parking in her driveway. It's too steep for me. Coming up out of it got me nervous. I think I'm traumatized.
You don't know how to make a 3-point turn? In the driveway? You can't make a 3-point turn in the driveway?
No.
But now I'm saying that's her. Someone else. If you still want to go to okay, I'm very upset at me out of here because I can't hear the
And coming out, it's like, even though I have it in reverse and I'm going backwards, it seems like it's going forward. So I got scared.
I bet your niece can back out of that bad boy.
Who you think did it? I had to stop. I put it in park and I said, back it out for me. I couldn't do it. I had to get out of my car and let her girlfriend back it out. I couldn't do it. I was nervous. I was scared.
You
Traumatized.
gotta snap out of that shit.
Maybe I don't know how I'm gonna snap out of it.
Get on your knees and pray to the Lord.
I shall do that.
We waited.
I will pray to the Lord. One day. And the one thing this foot is killing me. I was sitting down at this table. I don't know where to put it. I'm like,
did y'all do a Zoom with your mama so she can see?
yeah. Mm-hmm. Now the only thing is that there's no path for Mom to get to her room from down. So there's stairs when you go into the front of the house. There's stairs to go down, but outside to go to her front door from the outside, they have the cobble. You know, a cobble path that's sitting on top of leaves and straw. What's that? So it's like we got to do some type of work back there to put grass. Now, how can we transfer the leaves and pine straws to grass?
Need some Mexicans back there.
Yeah.
And her landscape.
Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna reach out to him.
Come out there with their shovels and shit, and they come and make a path.
Okay. Right. That's what we need. A wheelchair, concrete path to go through the door. She has a door with a latch. She got a fenced door, a fenced-in door, and it's a fenced-in backyard. But the backyard itself is nothing but leaves and pine straws. Yeah, so that whole backyard. I took pictures.
You got some practice.
Yeah. I told my grandson. I said, you're gonna have to come back here and rake these leaves.
You gotta go buy a rake.
Yeah. She's gonna need a couple of things back there. But I know somebody who does.
Y'all gotta get a grill unless you taking out your grill.
No. Yeah, I can give her my grill because the one I want to get for you for our backyard is different. Ours is the one with the big silver lid. You know, the big lid that you could pull up and down. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's the one I want for our backyard. But I want to get that after we do the pool and revamp the backyard. That's the type of grill you need.
That's if we do the pool. Remember we talked about it. Is it wise enough for me to pay for the house in 7 years than it is to get the pool and be paying for the house for 15. Remember we talked about that?
So what, you want to pay for the house in 7 years and then get a pool?
Yeah, it seems like if I pay for the house, I can use the house as collateral rather than getting that loan.
So that mean no pool?
Listen, if I do it now, I'm on the hook for the house for 15 years. Plus the pool.
So you planning on going somewhere?
You're going to let me finish talking?
Oh.
If I go ahead and pay off the house, right, in 7 years versus 15, I have more leverage to buy a pool for like $400 a month rather than 19. If I just go ahead and buy the house off, the key is buy off the house. It's just cheaper that way. And I don't have to, 15 years from now, how old will I be?
75, 78.
15.
78.
Right, rather than 70, right? I'll be going on 80 years old by the time I pay off the house. But if I do it now, I'll be 70-something years old, 71 years old when I pay off the house now, rather than 81, 82 years old. It's just that I'll be in a better position if I just pay off the house. Or if anytime we're going to go swimming, we just go rent us a hotel and get in the pool.
So what are you doing for the backyard, period? Nothing? Just nothing? So we're not going to have nothing in the backyard?
For right now, nothing.
Okay.
Because I thought about it. I'd rather have my house paid for in 7 years than 15. If I get the pool, I'm on the hook for 15 years. Damn near 90 years old paying for a damn house. And I want to be done with the house. I can do more with less bills, you know. I'd rather pay $450 a month than $1,900. I can handle that because once I pay off the house, my social security, I pay for the pool. Feel me? I get $1,000 a month, and half of that can go to the pool. But if I go ahead and finance it, I'm looking at $1,900 a month, which is way more than I'm getting on Social Security. I'm looking at the fact the best case scenario, I don't even have to work and pay off the pool. If I just bust my ass for the next 7 years, my house will be mine. That's what I'm looking at. Rather than 15 years, paying $1,900 a month. At my age, I think we could just go get us a hotel anytime we want to go swim. It's just cheap. It just turns out cheaper. We go somewhere, got a pool. There we go, got a pool. Just like when we went to that place in Florida, they had a pool, right? Yeah. That's what I was telling you about. With my age in 7 years, my house will be mine. I will be 69, right? When I pay off the house. If I wait 15 years, 78 years old, going on 80, by the time I pay off the house, rather than 69. By the time I hit 69, the house paid for it, then I can get the pool and use the house as collateral. But I'll be paying like $400 a month for the pool rather than $1,900. It just adds up a little better for me. It won't be such a strain that, oh shit, I gotta come up with $1,900 every month. Oh shit, rather than $400. Hey, shit, my Social Security pay for that.
Like, and I'm sorry, I had to remember like this. Like, it's my friend, but I was so.
And then by that time, we might want to Airbnb it. You know?
And then what? For what? Why would you Airbnb something that you What you gonna then you gonna wind up what? Get another place to live in? Like it.
Because when you own a home, you got leverage to buy another home, one with a pool, brand new.
And that's another
Airbnb
loan.
pay for that loan, right? Airbnb pay for that. Looking at
Because they would rather see
That's just something to think about. So right now, it just seems like it's just best the first thing, pay off the house, and go from
They
there.
also voted for him because eggs got high. He was promising for the. He was, oh, this is him. I said, I was trying to say, I feel like this is Philip Hayes. Like the lady told that she was telling me something. I couldn't fight it. She was telling me that that's stupid anyway. Because when they take away the tax, they're going to put it on the groceries. So I think that's bad. Wait till you
What you eat?
Yeah, JR Cricket. I just ordered wings with some shrimp.
Y'all
and
like JR Crickets on Piedmont?
no, Panola. We out in
It's a JR
Panola.
Cricket over there?
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to rise.
Yeah, please, thank you. Water with lemon, on Panola, puppy, you know where I used to live?
Yeah.
Covington Highway? Yeah. She lived, her place is right down the block from here.
Oh, okay.
Two Laney Farm Road is
Off of
right
Piedmont?
off of Redan
Oh,
Road.
okay, I know what you have.
It's off of Redan where, Saint, what is this damn, Indian Creek train station is around?
I know what that's
You know where it's at? Yeah, we were right off of Redan Road, and it's like we rode Redan Road, and then I made a right onto Tulaney Farm Road, and Tulaney Farm Road it says no outlet, so that means it's only one way in and one way out,
Yeah,
right?
that's
So it's one of those, yeah. So yeah.
So she close to 285.
Yeah, and also a bus. There's a
Bus route.
thank you, babe. There's a bus route right outside her area that on Redan Road. There's a bus on Redan Road. It's just her walk from the house to the bus stop. Ooh, that would be a walk. That would be a walk if she had to take the bus. Like when she had, so for her, it's better for her to Uber and would be her best friend. But let's say if like they had to take the bus, and stuff like that, yeah.
Now,
Okay, thank you.
Is there a hospital right off Panola Road and
Yeah, Emory Hillingdale.
yeah, over there.
That's what I was looking at.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at. So that way, I gotta find a spot for just in case my mom needs the emergency room and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about. What is closer.
That's where you
And Emory, Emory Hillingdale. So now I'm gonna look for a primary care doctor. Look physical therapy, and things like that.
And they're all over there too.
Yeah. A lot of Emory's.
Yep.
Yeah. Looking at Emory Hillingdale, Emory Stone Mountain. So she's in between
both.
both.
Left off Covington Drive and that hospital over there, down from Panola.
From where I used to live.
Yeah.
That's Hillingdale. Yeah.
They changed the name.
No, it's always been Emory Hillingdale.
Nah.
Yeah, because I wanted to apply to work there because it was right down the block from my house, but they don't pay as much as the city pay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they start people like 15. I don't want to talk about politics. That shit in my house. I do not want to talk about politics at this table, please. I go to sleep to the bullshit. I gotta wake up to the bullshit. I don't want to talk about the bullshit right here, please. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to talk about nothing. Please, let's not talk about no fucking Trump.
Can't tell people.
I don't want to Jamila. I don't want to talk about.
Have a drink.
Nobody want to hear that. Nobody. Oh, you want to move to Bali? You don't like?
They send all
Oh
blacks
my
back to
God.
Africa.
Oh Lord. I thought I left this behind.
Back to Africa.
Okay, babe, let me go eat. I love you. Call. I don't want to.
Y'all going back to Africa.
Yeah, I'm gonna take most of this bag with me to the room. There's a lot of food. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that shit. But we sit here and talk to the family. I love you. Call me when you get home.
Sure.
I don't want to disturb you while you. And you know what that mean, right? Call me when you get home. You just hear what I said, right?
I heard you.
Yeah. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Handing out the checks to you guys. That's right. I think may have been the case. So, well, it's great to be back in Jacksonville. I don't know if you guys had quite the snow that we did on the western part of the state in the north, but it was quite a last day or two for Florida. We smashed records for snow.
And all they want us to do is pick a new president. I feel like, didn't we just get out of a fucked up relationship? Maybe we don't need a president right now. Can we be single as a country for a while and maybe date a president, see how that worked out for a couple months? This shit is bullshit. I've been confused the whole goddamn election. I've been confused. Because everybody commercials sound good at 2:30 in the goddamn morning and you done had a rough day and shit. They just... Do you care about your family? Yes, I do. Is health care important to you? Well, yes, it is. No, nigga, this motherfucker know me personally. This ain't no regular campaign. This motherfucker's in my family life. I've been confused the whole goddamn election. Before Barack came along, I was excited about Hillary. I thought it was going to be a good thing for us to have a woman in the office. I felt like at least if we had a woman president, we wouldn't have to worry about what other countries was doing, because bitch going to be on espionage on day one. That's going to be her first shit. You know I got China's voicemail messages today, right? I'm gonna get the MySpace password by 10:30. Give me a second, bitch. It's my first day. But then Hillary came and started acting cocky for no goddamn reason. Like, she should have been president all goddamn ready. Like, you motherfuckers need to Google me. I've been running countries before this. She can't stand Barack's good talking ass. Every time that nigga say something clever, she just... I don't know what Hillary was thinking. And she thought she was just going to inherit the minority vote. Like she was just going to get the nigga vote off top. Wait a minute, bitch. We don't know you like that. No, bitch, we like your husband. We like your husband. That's not the same thing. You wasn't even on the invitation. It said Bill Clinton +1. We didn't know who he was going to bring. I was voting for Monica for no goddamn reason. I thought she was coming back. I'm just saying, you can't think niggas forget. Niggas don't forget. Last time I checked, you wasn't handling the presidential penis correctly. So I'm trying to figure out, if you can't handle a dick, bitch, how you gonna handle the world? That's a big place. I'm just saying. Fuck that. That was your main missile to look after. That was Air Force One you let fly the fuck off. How the fuck? I've been confused the whole goddamn election. When it comes to Barack, white people, I know it's not fair, but y'all need to just give us a minute just to be proud for a goddamn second. Can we just be proud? Shit. This is history. You selfish motherfuckers. White people, ain't y'all had all the goddamn presidents? Go to the library and get the president book. White, 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 white. Give me the vice presidents. White, 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 white. Niggas ain't never even had a chance. Some niggas still don't believe it. Just, nigga, I think I saw Tiger Woods running for president on Sports Center, nigga. He had on his green jacket and everything. That nigga's a winner. He really is. I don't know. White white people, I don't think you should vote for somebody just because of their race. But I will say, if you was ever gonna vote for a nigga, this is the nigga to vote for right here. This is the one. Yes. Absolutely. Because he is nigga-like. This nigga been running for 2 years. He ain't had no baby mama come out the woodwork. This nigga don't owe nobody $200 for nothing. He ain't never had a pit bull puppy. Don't have an earring. Never had a tattoo. Where the fuck did you get this nigga from? A cave in Salt Lake City some goddamn where? This nigga's like a black superhero. This nigga's amazing. I believe he can fly. Thank God for Michelle Obama. That's a real nigga. Barack may be a clone, but Michelle Obama is a thoroughbred nigga. You can look right on TV and tell that's a real nigga. You know, if you walk up on her in person, she smell like Motions hair conditioner and cocoa butter. That's a real nigga right there, huh? Somebody go to Jeremiah Wright's church and tell him to shut the fuck up while we trying to make some goddamn progress. Niggas were so embarrassed. Oh, nigga, don't fuck it up yet, nigga. God damn. I've been confused the whole fucking election. I'm just glad Huckabee had to drop out the goddamn race because I was finna leave the goddamn country if we had to have a president named motherfucking Huckabee. That's where we should draw the goddamn line. We can't go from a Bush to a motherfucking Huckabee all in the same goddamn jump. Have all the other countries fucking with us at the United Nations and shit. You are with Huckabee, yes? You are followers of Huckabee, yes? How the fuck you gonna be president? Your name sound like bullshit weed. Nigga, don't even come over here with that big ass bag of Huckabee, nigga. Ain't nobody interested in that shit. Like smoking a cactus. Some of you niggas can't even laugh because you got a big ass bag of Huckabee in your pocket right now. McCain can't be president because he 111. I'm sorry, I know it ain't fair, but goddamn it, you can't be the president during the time of change, and you might have a diaper that's time to change. That's just, that shit don't even go together. Fuck that. At 111, you got too many fucked up memories of niggas, first of all. You'll be done fucked around and had a flashback at 111. What is your last name? I think I used to own your grandfather. What is your last name? Did you hear what that motherfucker said in Condoleezza Rice? He can't be president. Fuck that. His memory can't be good at 111. I got an uncle that's 67. We don't let that nigga drive after 7 o'clock p.m. Because he'll forget he driving everybody and jump out to go pee and leave the car running right down the street and shit. McCain, 111. He done lost the military or some shit. It's time for war. He just wake up. Where's the army? Everybody waiting on the army in Baghdad. He done sent everybody to Southeast Barry Farms for no goddamn reason. Just saying, do more fucking. It's important. It's important. You gotta do more. You gotta do more. Now understand, and do more fucking. That means all parts of it. Do more fucking. Watch this. Where's the men in the building? Make some noise. Men, is y'all in the building? Make some noise. All right. How many of y'all men, by a round of applause, know that Viagra works its ass off? Make some noise. Thank all 12 of y'all for your honesty and your dedication. The rest of you lying sacks of shit. Some of you men tried to break your hands not clapping. What did he say? Who been in Niagara? I ain't never been in Niagara. That's what he said. Every man in here know Viagra works. Most shit for men does not work. Viagra is not one of them. Viagra works its ass off. That shit works too good. And every man either knows it because you needed it, you prayed to God for it. For the first time in your life, you said your prayer with your dick in your hand. Just, Heavenly Father, this is your humble servant, Lord. You rose Lazarus from the dead, Jesus, and if you would just lay those same mighty hands on my penile region. You either know I'm for it, or you didn't need it. You just figured you tried, see what the fuck it would do before you did need it. But either way, you know Viagra works its ass. As soon as you swallow it, it go right to your dick immediately. You like, wait a minute, I'm not even ready yet. As a man, you be trying to figure out, is it even gonna make my dick big enough for me to even notice? Shit. Viagra make your dick bigger than you have ever seen it before in your life. You don't even want to touch it. It look like another nigga's dick. You just be looking at it. That's yo, I'm walking with a new dick walk. Viagra's is shit. That shit work too good. It make your dick hard as a rock and make your head hurt at the same time. You are delivering pleasure and receiving pain. You just Fucked up. As a man, you and your penis got mental telepathy. If you say it, your dick does it. This time to pee, your dick pees. Time to shake, your dick shakes. Viagra make your dick ignore you for the first time in life. I specifically said to my dick, and I quote, that's about enough now. Go on and wrap it up. My dick know when I say that, that means we have done what the fuck we came to do. This time to hit the dismount, get some sleep. I told my dick to wrap it up, my dick said, fellas, you ever fuck so long you don't even know what to do no more? You done used all your moves and shit. It's like an out-of-body experience. You start criticizing your own dick. This is wrong right here. She gotta be at work at 6:30 in the morning, and here I am at 4:35. That shit works. But I didn't bring up Viagra to talk to the men. I brought up Viagra. I've been talking about it for 2 years. It's finally happening this year. 2018, they're gonna be selling it. It's gonna change everything. They are finally finna sell female Viagra. Did you hear that? That wasn't women. That was old vaginas waking up for the first time tonight. What did that nigga say? She ain't gave that pussy away since the Prohibition. That's fresh. She got cobwebs on it and everything is fresh. Saran wrap. That's right, ladies. Female Viagra's coming. It's finna change everything. Pussy game is already vicious. Wait till this old kitty cat get back on the market. They say the female Viagra is stronger than the men's. Yeah, they say even if you 62, it'll bring you back to when you was at your hottest. Look at the cougars. Wow. That's gonna change the game. Right now, these young girls is running things. But you wait till that old classic get out. Men know it ain't but two types of pussy. The old classic pussy and the new classic. That old classic is a classic for a reason. It's got its own. Young girl, you just get into the bed and start fucking, not that old classic. You got to warm up that engine first. You gotta prime that engine. You. Had to grab that bitch by the nipples and shit. Had to keep checking her fluid. She ain't ready yet. She is not ready. You gonna know when she ready too, cause she gonna crank up. Like this bitch got a 450 under there. This is a real classic right here. That's that old classic. Young girl wanna come all night long. Not that old classic. No. She just wanna come one time. She wanna come hard as hell. She wanted to shake the room. Boo! She ain't got time to be fucking all night long. She got shit in the crock pot she got to look after. I stir these at 3 and at 7 like clockwork. I never miss it. That's that old classic. She don't want to come but one time. But it ain't gonna be easy. Oh no. You have to be ready to do 49 to 52 minutes of hard work. You gonna have to use hard dick and creativity. Cause she can't move this hip and this knee. You might have to fuck that bitch in a rocking chair. Can you feel that, me, Ma? That's that old classic. Just saying, do more fucking. Some of you women right now are lucky. You are sitting right now with a man with great dick. Don't make no noise. Y'all know how these Jacksonville hoes is. As soon as y'all made some noise, that bitch look like vultures, eh? They'll do a flyby on your whole relationship. What the fuck, Gerald, girl? That ain't nobody but Gerald. But it's true. It's true. Some of you women that is in here with men with great dick. And notice I didn't say big dick. I said great dick. Because I don't know sizes. I know mine's as big as it's ever going to be. And I leave it at that. But as men, we know if we got great dick. And your woman know too. Some of you men look confused because you don't know if you got regular dick or if you got great dick. This is how you know, fellas. This is how you know if you got great dick. If you can let your woman see your penis before it gets hard. That means you can walk right up to the bed. Just, you need anything out the kitchen? I'm gonna get some ice cold sweet tea and I'll be ready to lay that hammer down there. That means you got it. That's that great dick. Cause you know if you got regular dick, your ass still gotta hide all around the bedroom till your dick get right. You behind the TV and shit, all behind the curtains and the plants. I'll be right there. You know, women think all vagina is the same to us. No, the fuck it ain't. We know when we done laid it down, but we don't say shit. As a man, we don't say shit. We just walk away, go in the bathroom, shut the door, turn on the shower. We don't even get in the shower. We be looking right in the mirror. Just... Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
Well, she ain't a real auntie, but the girl that keep my baby boyfriend Terrence, I don't know his last name, Terrence. I think it's called Shut the Door. I think his last name also. But yeah, he came over here to bring my baby clothes and stuff. Mm-hmm. So he ended up calling himself confront me about a situation that went on at their house last night, but my child was there. So I ended up reaching out to her, telling her basically like I don't fight around my child and all this whole type of stuff like this. So I guess she showed him a text or he seen it some type of way. So he ended up pulling up to my house because he was saying she said he was finna bring my baby clothes over here that she left yesterday. Mm-hmm. But he pulls up aggressive, oh, you need to mind your business and start keeping your mouth shut. And I'm like, how the hell you mad? Because I'm telling her about fighting around my child. My child with them. So then he said, so keep your child at home. And I said, okay, and I will. So we end up getting back and going back and forth into it with each other and stuff. So he come walking up on my porch and stuff like he finna do something to me. So I sprayed him. Because you're not finna hit me. And so then he left and told us, bitch, you gonna die. You gonna die. I'm finna go get my gun and come back.
Who's this person, Terrence?
I think his name is Terrence Fox.
Terrence Fox, okay.
You know that name.
Well, I mean, we have.
But this thing.
We have history with somebody like that.
Yeah, it probably him. It probably this.
So he was bringing your children over?
No, he brought her clothes.
Her clothes.
From yesterday.
I'm checking for his 1.5 right now. No need.
This day in 4.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't be making no threats at me talking about what you gonna.
So he's bringing your children, your child's clothes over.
Yeah. He just jump out there.
Was your child over there?
Last night, remember?
Last night.
Yeah, I went and picked her up because they were fighting.
Okay.
Yeah. So she left her clothes, so he called himself bringing her clothes. So when I came out to get her clothes, okay, shut the door. So when I ended up bringing her clothes, when I ended up coming out to get her clothes, he jumps out the truck and like, yeah, you need to mind your business, worry about yourself, and I keep your child at home. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I will, because I don't do all that around my child. How you gonna get mad because I said something to her about y'all fighting around my child? First thing my child said when I picked her up was pull the string and stop pulling my hair. But then I don't understand why she even would tell, like, you act like I really said something, like she can't come back over there or something. I just said, don't do that around my child.
Right.
But then you go jump up and go get aggressive and then come running up to my porch like you finna come do something to me. No.
Where did he park at?
Right there.
Right here? Okay. So I guess you guys were yelling back and forth?
Yeah, he was right there. We were talking.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on the porch. We were yelling back and forth. So then he walked back to his truck like he was finna get in. And then so we ended up having some words, you know, and then when he walked back up to the porch, running back up to the porch, I was standing in my screen door. And then that's when he was doing.
What do you think you said upset him?
I call him a sissy.
A sissy? Okay. So he ran back up towards your door? And then what did you do?
He ran up, and when he touched my door, when he touched my screen door like he was finna open my door, I sprayed the mace through the screen door.
Screen door?
Yeah.
Is this the car right here?
No.
Okay.
My baby boy dad coming to get him. I'm trying to get my kids out the house in case he come back. I don't want my kids in here.
Which mace did you use? Was it in the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just auto zone.
Did he get it on him?
Yeah. That's why he said he coming back.
Okay. Now, do you have any type of relationship with this guy?
No, that's my baby auntie boyfriend.
Okay, so you don't have anything to do with this guy. This is just
my baby go over there.
Okay.
You know they keep
right.
my kids.
But you never had any child with with Terrence? Have you guys lived together in the past? No.
You ain't gotta go to school.
Ever been married?
No.
Ever been married to him?
No.
No. Okay.
All right, dude. I'll call you.
You say he came in a truck or an SUV?
It was an SUV, an older model Tahoe.
Okay.
Dark green.
Okay.
Okay. I'm be in there with him.
Yeah. So, since this happened, I don't think it's a good idea for you to continue to let them watch your kids, because
no.
Now, what do you need from us?
I just want to have it recorded.
Okay.
So if he come back and something happens, he already said he coming back, so we already know who did it.
Okay.
So I need to get a paper trail.
Okay. Now, if he does show up and you are home, don't come out and confront him or anything.
No.
Call us.
I'm finna leave though. I'm finna get my kids and we finna go to a hotel for the night because I don't even trust it. And it take y'all a long time to get here. Well, The stuff ain't gonna happen by the time y'all get there. So we just gonna go to a hotel for the night and then hopefully you'll die down tomorrow, you know.
How's the relationship between you and her and his
girlfriend? It was good until, you know, she one of the ones because she been dealing with domestic violence with him for 15 years. So she probably won't talk to me no more anyway now because me and him go had altercation.
Yeah.
So he probably won't even let her speak to me no more, which I'm okay with it. You know, if that's how she want to be, I'm okay with it. My kids ain't going mad, period, anyway.
Yeah.
Because I don't even trust it.
Okay.
But I just wanted to, like I said, I wanted to get a paper trail so if he do come back and something happen to my apartment, he already said he was going to do it. So
what did he say he's going to do?
He said, you're going to die. And I'll be back. Pretty sure he's going to get a gun. Like, he known for it, so I'm more than sure. But, yeah. I just don't understand. You come to my place to be in my home, my peace, and then think you gonna try to get aggressive and put your. I'm not like I told him. I'm not your baby mama. You're not gonna put your hands on me and think everything okay like you do her. No, no. I'm gonna protect myself in my home. I need to go get me devices.
You have any cameras here?
I might need to get a door camera.
Yeah.
That way to pick up.
Right. His name is Terrence Faust, you think?
Terrence
Faust. Tobias Faust.
It sound about right.
Sound about right?
I think they just call him Terrence.
30-some-year-old male. Maybe like 5'8".
Yeah, that's him.
Slim.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, what's your name again, ma'am? Keisha Johnson. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, definitely you called and I'm here, so it is you know recorded on camera.
Okay.
If he does come back, please give us a call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't confront him. Don't don't try to get into a fight or anything.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Hey, you said you maced through the screen door?
Yeah.
Did it go through?
Right this one.
Okay. And he was out here, and you were inside there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to see.
I was gonna say don't.
I'm just gonna see.
You should.
See if there's anything wet on this side over here. Look at that, I can kind of see it.
You see it? Had to be right. Oh, through here.
I think I can see here. We'll shine the light this way. You can see there's this part is a little bit darker, here. Was it a lot or just a little?
Just a little. It's about empty.
Yeah.
Just like enough to get your ass away from my door.
How tall was he?
You told me 5'8", about 5'8".
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. He don't look that tall. He look a little bit taller than you.
Yeah. It looks like this is about it right here where I can see that. Okay. Yeah. Because that coloration here is different.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah. I don't want to touch it, but.
You smell it?
Do you smell it?
Yeah.
Might not be the strong one.
It ain't. It's AutoZone.
AutoZone? I'm not tall enough.
Need to damn get some bear mace, they say. Yeah, I'm finna go. I'm finna get my kids.
So it did get on his face?
It did get in his face. That's why I guess he said he coming back. But I don't know what you thought was gonna happen. You running up on my porch like like you finna come in.
I think if you close the door, it's gonna show more. Yeah, I can see that. You can kind of close it a little bit. Yeah, it shows more when you close it. Because the room is dark, and then this is dark. So yeah. So you were inside, he was out here. He already went back to the car.
Yeah. And
he already dropped off the clothes?
Yeah, he threw the clothes on the porch. That was before he even got out the car. The clothes on the porch.
Yeah, okay.
Just, if you could ask somebody to just ride through here, you know, to kind of make sure.
Yeah, we're out with him over here. He also called in.
Okay.
You know, the officer's out with him now. So
okay.
I'm going to go over there and meet with him, see what he's got to say.
Yeah, because you on my property and you come running up, because how else did it get in your face if you ain't on my porch in front of my stream though?
Yeah.
Being all aggressive and stuff. That's why I walk my door.
I guess you're already back inside?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had came back inside because I seen him getting back out the truck. But you know, I ain't know he was gonna run up on the porch like that, you know, but
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back over here, see, meet with him. He's over here with the other officer, so let's see. Let me get a good phone number for you.
And tell him he barred too.
Well, we can't do that. It has to be done by you. It has to be done by you. You have to verbally tell him that he's barred. But I'm going to go over here and meet with him, see what he's got to say, okay?
Okay.
All right. If I have anything, I will call you.
Okay.
I'll tell you, right, so boom. So they got down. Me and my old lady been keeping my little goddaughter. Been keeping her for years. She's 3 years old. Mm-hmm. We've been keeping her for years. So boom. So goddamn, she come, the mama come pick the goddaughter up from my house. Mm-hmm. So me and my old lady argued, had a couple words. You know what I'm saying? Relationship. So she take back with some old silly shit. Oh, don't be arguing, and I ain't gonna bring my child back over to bring me her clothes, drop them off. So boom, I go take the clothes, drop them off. Boom, we had a little altercation, not physically or not me. Nothing. My kid right here to they my witness right here. They was sitting in the car right here. I'm standing right here. I ain't trying to run up on you now. I never ran up on her. Hey, bitch, it wasn't no aggressive shit or none of this shit right now. So I got my kid with the guy shot down right now. I walked up, we right here, we talking, right, boo, 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 boo.
Actually operating based on merit? Why is it that we have a culture?
There was affirmative action for white men for literally hundreds of years in this country, for hundreds of years.
Joe Biden didn't get calmer because the DEI stuff that Trump's been doing. This is an important segment, guys, because when I'm hearing people talk, some people are repeating these things.
The Republican Party, Donald Trump, his vice president, called her a DEI hire, said she was... I'm not going to hit you. You have a message. People running for office against her, called her a DEI hire. To your point...
The first term, everybody was fighting me. In this term, everybody wants to be my friend. I don't know. My personality changed or something, but...
She's got a point. Back in 2016, there was a significant number of secret Trump voters. This phenomenon contributed to the shock of Trump's victory over Hillary Clinton, with polls like those predicting a 91% chance of a Clinton win. The reason? In 2016, the mainstream media had enough influence to make people hesitant to openly support Trump, branding him with labels like evil Nazi racist. However, times have changed. Today, there's less shame or embarrassment in supporting the Make America Great Again agenda. People are increasingly tired of being dictated to by the media on what to think or feel. In this sense, AOC is right. Support for Trump has become more normalized, reflecting a broader shift in public sentiment where supporting Trump is seen as a normal political choice for many. Personally, I believe this normalization is a positive development. But let's return to AOC's discussion.
So like all of these people that were scared before about like being associated with him from the most common basic level to the most elite level, they're all like, they're all in now.
So the last 8 years have given us a stark contrast between Republican and Democratic leadership. Under Democratic governance, by many accounts, things have deteriorated. I'm not exaggerating when I say that under Joe Biden's administration, the economy has struggled. There's been an unprecedented influx of over 10 million undocumented immigrants, possibly even more. Vast sums of money were spent on foreign conflicts, and domestic issues were largely neglected. Before we dive back into AOC's perspective, I want to take a moment to ask, if you're finding value in these videos, please consider subscribing. It really helps in my ongoing battle with the YouTube algorithm. But let's return.
Let's see here. That's Robert. Robert somebody. Hinkio.
Has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
Let's go home. It's 3 times. I'm gone. Once she called me back. You know she only get 3 rings.
Hello from Fox News in Washington. We begin. Much needed rain is falling in Southern California today, aiding firefighters as they try to prevent another major flare-up. But there are worries that heavy rain over the next few days could trigger mudslides in charred, dry neighborhoods. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas swore in Kristi Noem as Homeland Security Secretary late Saturday. She resigned as North Dakota's governor upon her Senate confirmation, succeeded then by Lieutenant Governor Larry Roden. And in Israel, 4 more hostages are back home this weekend from Hamas captivity in Gaza after an exchange for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. In a moment, we're going to get reaction from Senators Tom Cotton and Richard Blumenthal. But first, we turn to Fox News Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst there on the ground in Israel. Hello, Trey.
Shannon, President Trump returned to Nevada, one of the states he won in his 7 swing state sweep. Here in Las Vegas, home to some of the largest hotels in the world, the president had a message for his supporters in the service industry. He wants to scrap their taxes on tips.
We're going to have no tax on tips from now on. Many of these workers are some of the very citizens who were hit hard and very hard by the ravages of the Biden economy, which was inflation.
Before arriving in Las Vegas, Trump's first stop on his first trip since returning to the White House was Western North Carolina to tour the communities ravaged by Hurricane Helene. Next, he visited Los Angeles, where California Governor Gavin Newsom unexpectedly showed up for Trump's arrival. After touring the devastation by air and on the ground, Trump thanked first responders and later sat down with local leaders, including LA Mayor Karen Bass. The two sparred over letting homeowners begin repairing the damage and not waiting on government contractors, which Trump says could slow down recovery efforts.
They are saying they will not be allowed to start for 18 months.
No, that will not be the case.
Okay, I just hope
that
you're
will
right.
not, you can hold me to it.
There's 4 groups said that.
No.
That would be they should be able to do it. They should be able to start tonight.
That will not be the case.
Trump said he expects to sign a new executive order to overhaul FEMA or get rid of it entirely. The commander-in-chief also getting rid of 17 inspector generals, including those at the Pentagon and State Department. The response split among party lines.
Sometimes inspector generals don't do the job that they are supposed to do. Some of them deserve to be fired.
One more example, a lack of respect for rule of law. And we saw it earlier when President Trump pardoned all the January 6th rioters. Now, to get rid of independent inspector generals? And how is any of this going to lower grocery prices?
After Pete Hegseth was sworn in as defense secretary, many Republicans want swifter confirmations, beginning with Trump's pick to lead the Treasury Department, Scott Bessent, and hearings for Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr. Shannon?
All right, Lucas Tomlinson from Vegas. Thank you very much. And
over here on the Unwind with Tasha K. Brand has ever accused Nicki Minaj's husband of doing anything. We have debunked those claims. So, wrong platform. We're Barbs over here, baby. Okay? Get it right. And like I said, had that man would have really done something, I wouldn't be a Barb. I don't give a damn who Nicki is, who her mama is, none of that. I don't play when it comes to children. You know why? Because I was molested as a child. I know what it's like to be 5 years old and have somebody brainwash you and take advantage of you. Okay? So this is for people that, you know, have a heart, per se, have a conscience. Okay? Now back to what I'm saying. So, you know, we review each other's content, you know, make it make sense as always, you know, review the content he's seen. And this is not me trying to get him to change his mind and agree with me. And I hope, because they love to say that, oh, look at her, she's calling me out just because I don't agree with you. This has nothing to do with that. But it is very distasteful when your audience is 90% women who birth children. Black women who birthed children, who birthed you. And you will platform content that degrades the very woman that put you here. It's not me, I'm talking about general, because you have to understand, as women, we move different. And I think a lot of gay men are tone deaf to this. And I'm telling you something, that's either going to make or break your growth. I swear to God. I swear to God. And I want you to grow. You got a lot of eyes on you. People love your charismatic personality. I love it, you know. But it's like we've seen the platforms that pander to the black women, and they say what we want. They do our content. They're the gossip queens. They do it. It's nice. It's a kiki. We love. But when it comes to you platforming two men who have aided in making sure that victims don't get heard, who have used court systems to make sure victims don't get heard, who have been accused of doing the most heinous thing. And when I put out the allegations, and I continue to raise awareness about Larry Reid, I don't care if the text message is 2 years old. I just got it today because you sat there on your platform and you lied and said you quit. Well, they fired you. Devon Franklin was on that team that fired you. Megan Good's ex-husband. He's a big fan of yours. That's the reason why you got that gig in the first place. And you can't tell me nothing about Devon, because Devon like too many bad bitches to be kidless. When you see them, you see these men that love to be around the girls like they love to put money in the girls' pocket like that. And we're talking about, heterosexual to gay men. And that's okay. We want them to, be non-biased. Like a man should, his sexuality should not be threatened. But when you refuse to have children with a woman and to plant your seed and divorce her, and not make her feel like she was woman enough for you, but she was woman enough to make you a lot of money in a church that is predominantly in these days ran by black women and gay men. Church rarely has heterosexual men in these days. Heterosexual men stay home and watch football, and those are just the facts. It's black men and it's black gay men and black women. It's the demographic of it now. You have to be very
careful in how you present content, because I was sitting up and I was watching it, and I watch all your content, and I've never felt offended the way that I felt offended today, because I don't give it. This ain't got nothing to do with me, baby. I've been married 19 years. Ain't no man ever got on this platform to say anything about me as not being a good wife or having issues. But I've noticed men like Funky Dineva, Larry Reed, T.S. Madison, who else? Armand, Storm. They always seem to go for the woman's body odor or how unattractive she is, and they have black women dominated audiences and black men, but the Lord is dealing with that. I don't even have to deal with that. The Lord is dealing with that. So built on the backs of two black women, Jaguar and Tasha. So that's a whole nother issue. Birthed by one. Okay. And the thing about it is that when I sit up as a Patreon and watch your show, and you don't have to do it, but I also, this man was accused and fired from BET because of a docuseries that I did on my platform that the winos believed. I do a lot of stories. Some stories the winos don't believe, and some they believe. And because they believed, they called BET. They called Yolanda Adams. They called Devon Franklin. And they got that get pulled. They get pulled. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And so all I'm saying is, for you, it's okay to be non-biased. It's okay to be neutral.
But school staff are denying access to the Secret Service, not ICE agents. This all happened at Hamline Elementary School in Back of the Yards. Our Charlie DeMar has been pushing for answers all day and is live at CPS headquarters for us with what he found out tonight. Charlie?
Joe and Erica, good evening again. To be clear, ICE was never at this elementary school. Late today, the U.S. Secret Service says they were at the school and that their agents clearly identified themselves. Despite all of this confusion, CPS says that their staff's response demonstrates that they are prepared. Chicago Public School administrators and high-level school staff stoked fears Friday in the Back of the Yards community after they inaccurately stated that ICE agents attempted to enter Hamline Elementary School. The student body is more than 90% Hispanic.
So all those teachers and staff and principal, everybody in that school is woke. Yeah. Imagine being so stupid you don't know the difference between Secret Service and ICE agents.
Approximately 11:15 a.m., we did have ICE agents come to our school building.
ICE flat out denied the claims. CPS CEO Pedro Martinez went on MSNBC and echoed the false claims.
Presented credentials that and shared that they were from ICE.
But those credentials weren't.
You see that dude's teeth?
From ICE agents. They were from the Secret Service. The agency saying in a statement, agents identified themselves to the school principal and provided business cards with their contact information. The agents left without incident. The Secret Service investigates all threats made against those we protect. We do not investigate nor enforce immigration laws. Wow. Sources say Secret Service was investigating an online threat made by a Hamline student made against President Trump following the TikTok ban.
Okay, so rightfully so. Yeah. So they denied Secret Service from talking to a kid who made a threat towards Trump because of the TikTok ban. Yeah, but turns out I was looking, it wasn't a kid. This is an elementary school. A lot of people saying it was actually staff at that school that did that. That is crazy. I tell elementary school kid is a threat to and that don't make any sense. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, why would Secret Service waste that time with an elementary school kid? I mean, right. I'm sure you got to be somebody on that staff. That's what I'm thinking.
Late Friday, CPS responded to their mistake, saying in part, 2 individuals showed up at the school door and presented identification that includes the name Department of Homeland Security, the federal agency that oversees ICE.
There's been a lot of back and forth about what department actually it was, or the identification that was presented. But ultimately, we believe that the school administrators and the school leadership did the right thing.
Brandon Lee says a team with the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights responded to the school after receiving reports of ICE agents in the area.
It's better to exercise caution right now, especially given the range of federal federal enforcement agencies that are now able to carry out immigration-related activity.
And CPS went on to say, despite whichever branch of Homeland Security showed up at the school today, those agents were not allowed inside.
Also, President Trump just placed 25% tariffs on the country, Colombia, and the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops gets a blistering response from Tom Homan. Let's start with the Vice President exposing the fact that refugees are not properly vetted.
Well, Margaret, I don't agree that all these immigrants or all these refugees have been properly vetted. In fact, we know that there are cases of people who allegedly were properly vetted and then were literally planning terrorist attacks on our country. That happened during the campaign, if you may remember. So clearly not all of these foreign nationals have been properly vetted.
But there are 30,000 people in the pipeline, Afghan refugees.
But my primary concern as the Vice President, Margaret, is to look after the American people. And now that we know that we have vetting problems with a lot of these refugee programs, we absolutely cannot unleash thousands of unvetted people into our country.
These people
it's
are
not
vetted.
good.
These people are vetted.
Just like the guy who planned a terrorist attack in Oklahoma a few months ago, he was allegedly properly vetted, and many people in the media and the Democratic Party said that he was properly vetted. Clearly he wasn't. I don't want my children to share a neighborhood with people who are not properly vetted, and because I don't want it for my kids, I'm not going to force any other American citizens' kids to do that either.
No, and that was a very particular case. It wasn't clear if he was radicalized when he got here or while he was living here.
I don't really care, Margaret. I don't want that person in my country, and I think most Americans agree with me.
You know, when you hear her conduct this interview, it's as if she hasn't learned anything from the election. Okay, the Biden administration were flying in refugees from Afghanistan, but not properly vetting them. How do we know that to be true? Because there was an Afghan national who was living in Oklahoma City who was supporting ISIS to carry out a terrorist attack on Election Day. I don't understand why she ignores that particular fact. So as you guys can see, here's the official announcement from the Department of Justice stating that they did arrest an Afghan national for trying to plot the terrorist attack on the election day. But it doesn't matter to Margaret Brennan, who's doing the interview here, because she believes that they were properly vetted, but she's crazy. And here's the official statement, quote, as charged, the Justice Department foiled the defendant's plot to acquire semi-automatic weapons and commit a violent attack in the name of ISIS on U.S. soil on Election Day. We will continue to combat the ongoing threat that ISIS and its supporters pose to America's national security, and we will identify, investigate, and prosecute the individuals who seek to terrorize the American people. Here's the problem. The Attorney General should have never been in that position to begin with. They should not have been flying thousands and thousands of foreign nationals without properly vetting them. So this is a series of events that led to this outcome right here. And thankfully, that Department of Justice at that time did something correctly without allowing politics to get in the way. Now, she's not just delusional about this entire failed immigration policy from the Biden administration. She's also delusional about the first 6 days of Trump's presidency and how he hasn't been able to bring down costs. But she seems to forget what has caused the cost of living, the cost of groceries to go up. And so the vice president here has to give her a lesson on basic economics.
One of the main drivers of increased prices under the Biden administration is that we had a massive increase in the energy prices. Donald Trump has already taken multiple executive actions that are going to lower energy prices. And I do believe that means consumers are going to see lower prices at the pump and at the grocery store, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah. And while we've done a whole lot, we can't undo all of the damage of Joe Biden's presidency in 4 days.
Well, there are a lot of things that contributed to higher energy prices, and there was record oil and gas production. inflation.
Joe Biden did
But the price of
many
eggs,
terrible
the
things
things that
to
people
lead to an
see-
increase in prices. I agree, Margaret.
This is an American journalist who does not know what causes grocery prices to go up, right? I find that to be so fascinating. You don't need to go to college to know this, okay? Everything depends on electricity and gas. So if electricity and gas goes up, so does everything else. Transportation depends on electricity and gas. Growing food depends on electricity and gas. Goods, products, or services depends on what? Electricity and gas. So if it all goes up, so does everything else. I think it's really simple. 1 + 1 = 2 here. But for her, I don't think she's getting it.
All the things you experience at the grocery store are what people touch and feel. That's what you were talking about, bacon on the campaign trail.
Of course, of course.
Those things, when do consumers actually get to touch and feel a difference in their lives?
Well, Margaret, how does bacon get to the grocery store? It comes on trucks that are fueled by diesel fuel. If the diesel's way too expensive, the bacon's going to become more expensive. How do we grow the bacon? Our farmers need energy to produce it. So if we lower energy prices, we are going to see lower prices for consumers, and that is what we're trying to fight for.
Okay, so here's what's happening. Vice President J.D. Vance is getting ahead of the narrative from the media, which is President Trump declared an emergency on energy, but how's that really going to lower prices? And we do know you're only 6 days into the administration, but prices haven't come down. Well, guys, it's really three things that separates Trump and Biden and why prices will come down. Number one, Trump wants to make sure that the supply supersedes the demand when it comes to energy production. Obviously, if that happens, prices come down. Like I stated earlier, so does groceries and other things like that. Number two, cut the red tape, right, from energy infrastructure, okay? Stop with all this over regulation. And number three, stop depending on foreign country for our energy needs. A lot of that has been happening under the Biden administration, and no longer will it be happening. So when you take all those things into consideration, you'll see, okay, yeah, prices will come down, but just not tomorrow night, obviously. And so now we move to the next controversial story, which is Trump deporting illegal criminals out of this country. The Catholic Church has criticized this, and now a country by the name of Colombia has refused to take migrants back from America, which has led to Trump making this threat on Truth Social just moments ago. He says this: I was just informed that 2 repatriation flights from the United States with a large number of legal criminals were not allowed to land in Colombia. This order was given by Colombia's socialist president, Gustavo Petro, who is already very unpopular amongst his people. Petro's denial of these flights has jeopardized the national security and public safety of the United States, so I've directed my administration to immediately take the following urgent and decisive retaliatory measures. 1. Emergency 25% tariffs on all goods coming into the United States. In 1 week, the 25% tariffs will be raised to 50%. And number 2, a travel ban and immediate visa revocations on the Colombian government officials and all allies and supporters. 3, visa sanctions on all party members, family members, and supporters of the Colombian government. 4, enhanced customs and border protection inspections of all Colombian nationals and cargo on national security grounds. And 5, IEEPA, Treasury, banking, and financial sanctions to be fully imposed. These measures are just the beginning. We will not allow the Colombian government to violate its legal obligation with regard to the acceptance and return of the criminals they forced into the United States. Now, this has been one of the biggest questions from the media in regards to a country rejecting these deportations, and we're finding out in real time what's going to happen if they don't play ball with President Trump. And I keep saying this, and I don't understand why they want to play games with him, is you don't want to be the person on the other end of this. You don't want to mess around and find out the power that President Trump has right now. He has the momentum. He has the support of the American people. Don't play games. Which takes us to this next story, where the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops came out publicly and criticized Trump for exercising these deportations. Here's what Vice President J.D. Vance had to say.
The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops this week condemned some of the executive orders signed by President Trump, specifically those allowing immigration and customs enforcement to enter churches and to enter schools. Do you personally support the idea of conducting a raid or enforcement action in a church service, at a school?
Well, let me address this. Of course, if you have a person who is convicted of a violent crime, whether they're an illegal immigrant or a non-illegal immigrant, you have to go and get that person to protect the public safety. That's not unique to immigration. But let me just address this particular issue, Margaret, because as a practicing Catholic, I was actually heartbroken by that statement. And I think that the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops needs to actually look in the mirror a little bit and recognize that when they receive over $100 million to help resettle illegal immigrants, are they worried about humanitarian concerns, or are they actually worried about their bottom line?
Now, my reaction is not directed towards you. If you're a Catholic and you're watching this, I am not talking about you. I am talking about the Pope and the leadership that is continuing, in my opinion, making the Catholic Church look bad. Why is the Pope coming out and criticizing President Trump on immigration? That is a political stance. Just stick to religion. I don't get it why churches continue to do that. It distracts from their purpose in life. That's just my own personal opinion. Secondly, this whole U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, they're making $100 million on this. So is it really about the crisis, or is it really about the money? Come on now. And I love that the vice president brought that up.
We're going to enforce immigration law. We're going to protect the American people.
Yeah.
Donald Trump promised to do that. And I believe the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, if they're worried about the humanitarian costs of immigration enforcement, let them talk about the children who have been sex trafficked because of the wide open border of Joe Biden.
You personally
let them talk
support them
about
going into
people like
schools
Laken
and
Riley
churches.
who were brutally murdered. I support us doing law enforcement against violent criminals, whether they're illegal immigrants or anybody else, in a way that keeps us safe.
So the vice president is shedding a light on the real issue that nobody wants to talk about, which is child sex trafficking. That is a huge issue. It's heartbreaking. You almost can't come to the right words to describe the evilness inside of all of that. And so the media will never entertain that, of course. So I'm glad he also brought that up as well. And the church also doesn't seem to have nothing to say about it either. I might be wrong. Maybe you guys can correct me in the comment section. But here is what the church is focused on, because one of the bishops from the Catholic Church, I guess, who was a part of the conference, had this to say.
This is a time for us to reassert our particular role in the midst of a world that we believe desperately needs God. It desperately needs the insight that comes from the gospel of Jesus Christ. We will continue to announce that, as the scriptures say, in season and out. And a lot of times it's not popular. We're not doing it because we want some kind of political power, but rather because we want to announce the good news that Jesus brings about the dignity of every person. And these things have something to say to our society as well about what will make us a healthy society, a society in which the vulnerable are cared for, not just the wealthy and the powerful, a society in which everyone is respected and loved and treated with a kind of awareness of their special dignity as children of God.
Now, I usually don't do this, but I think it's necessary given the context. I'm going to read two Bible verses to you right now. 1 Corinthians 14:33. For God is not a God of disorder, but of peace, as in all the congregations of the Lord's people. Also, Romans 13:1 and 2. Let everyone be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except that which God has established. The authorities that exist have been established by God. Consequently, whoever rebels against the authority is rebelling against what God has instituted, and those who do so will bring judgment on themselves. So let me get this straight. I truly believe that the very first law that God has set in this universe is order, which creates peace. And if we open the border and we allow people to take over apartment complexes and run rampant and kill people like Laken Riley, is that order? Is that really peace? Is that what you want? All right, so let me show you what Tom Homan had to say about this.
You know that this creates fear in the immigrant community. The chair of the U.S. Conference of Bishops Committee said turning places of care, healing, and solace into places of fear and uncertainty for those in need while endangering the trust between pastors, providers, educators, and the people they serve will not make our communities safer.
Well, look, here's I think. If Congress has a job to do, we're enforcing the laws Congress enacted and the president signed. If they don't like it, change the law. I find it hard to believe any member of Congress is telling us not to enforce the law that they enacted and they fund us to do.
But opening up to anyone who's in the country illegally and going into schools and grabbing them? Does that, kids, adults?
The message needs to be clear. There's consequences to enter the country illegally. If we don't show there's consequences, you're never going to fix the border problem.
Okay, let me repeat what he just said. If there are no consequences, you're never going to fix the border issue. That is spot on, because Democrats and liberals, especially progressives, by the way, they don't really believe in consequences. They believe in compassion. Now, I believe compassion is not withholding consequences, okay? I believe in second chances, but what I don't believe in is allowing gang members from other countries to come in and take over apartment complexes. I think we all are on the same page about that. Also, it's as if Martha doesn't understand the U.S. Constitution. If you cross the border illegally, you've already committed a crime. Now, you may not like that. You may think at this point, and where we are as a society, that it's inhumane. Then go to Congress and get the law changed.
But when you talk about the aperture opening, the estimates of perhaps those who have been convicted or arrested in the past, 700,000 to over 1 million. So after you do that, then you go after everybody who is there illegally.
If you're in the country illegally, you're on the table. Because it's not okay to, violate laws of this country. You got to remember, every time you enter this country illegally, you violated a crime under Title 8, United States Code 1325. It's a crime. So if you're in the country illegally, you got a problem. And that's why I'm hoping those who are in the country illegally who have not been ordered removed by the federal judge should leave.
While you are emphasizing that you go after national security threats, you have said no one's off the table. If you're in the country illegally, you better be looking over your shoulder. You should be afraid and start packing now. Is that what you're doing to get hotel workers out or people working on farms, that they'll be so scared they just leave?
Look, I think if you're in the country illegally, it's not okay. It's not okay to violate laws of this country. We have millions of people standing in line, taking the test, doing their background investigation, paying the fees that want to come in the right way.
And that always gets left out of this whole debate is the people who've already been doing it legally and who have been waiting and were following the process. And listen, I'm all for critiquing the process. I think it should be much more streamlined. I don't think it should take as long as it takes. And I think if we're going to have this back and forth, let's have it on that. Why are we having a back and forth on people who choose to cross the border illegally? I just don't get it. And so as you hear Democrats speak, they speak as if the people who cross the border illegally did not break the law, which they did. Now, the other thing they're trying to do is to tell people that all those individuals are people who are currently picking crops, they're working construction, when most of them are sitting in sanctuary cities and these shelters, of course, but they don't want to bring that up, obviously. And the other thing they're trying to do is distract people with, oh, you guys are trying to deport children. But of course, Tom Homan has a beautiful response to that. Watch this.
The administration said it will no longer tell ICE agents they have to avoid sensitive locations, including schools, hospitals, churches. Benjamin Huffman, the acting Homeland Security Secretary, said in a statement, criminals will no longer be able to hide in America's schools and churches to avoid arrest. What criminals are hiding in schools? Middle schools, elementary schools. You going to go into those?
How many MS-13 members are the age of 14 to 17? Many of them. So, look, if it's a national security threat, public safety threat, and what you need to understand is a case by case. Name another agency, another law enforcement agency that has those type of requirements that they can't walk into a school or a doctor's office or on a medical campus. No other agencies have those standards. These are well-trained officers with a lot of discretion, and when it comes to a sensitive location, there's still going to be supervised review. So it's not like it's an open issue, but ICE officers should have discretion to decide if a national security threat or a public safety threat's in one of these facilities, then there should be an option for them to make the arrest.
But someday you could go into those schools and grab people who are just in the country illegally.
On a case-by-case basis, depending who they are, what the circumstances are. It's never a zero game.
Now, I guarantee you, majority of American parents, if they found out an MS-13 gang member was hiding out in a school, they would thank the ICE agent for going in there and getting them out. Okay, that's number one. Number two, this is what people voted for. They may not like it at times. They may criticize this entire process. But if you don't want this and you think this is the wrong thing to do, then why did you vote for President Trump? Because 90% of the things that came out of his mouth was this. And now all of a sudden we are surprised. The media, they are a piece of work with this, and they're going to continue to program the voter base, particularly Democrats and liberals and progressives, to be scared. And they shouldn't be scared. In fact, they should be confident, happy, enthusiastic that safety and crime is now a top priority by getting people who are causing havoc in our country out. I don't understand why that is an issue. So once again, I'm going to bring you guys the facts. This is an article published by Washington Times late last year, 2024. MS-13 gangster enrolled in Maryland school while being investigated for murder. Goes on to say that a teenage member of the MS-13 gang who entered the country illegally and was later convicted of a murder in 2022 of a Maryland woman was allowed to enroll in a public school before he was formally charged. There was no information in our possession that would suggest he was a danger to other students and staff. And of course, he enrolled in 2022. Who was the president then? Oh yeah, that's right. But that story right there is not something that they will bring up and talk about. They won't criticize how the school district didn't have access to confirm individuals, of course. I mean, those are things worthy of debating, but debating the idea that it's okay for someone to cross the border illegally and commit crimes is out of this world. Now, the other thing that the media is trying to criticize is Trump deploying military personnel to the border, because once again, I guess they believe that the military isn't trained in this department, which I find laughable, but hear it for yourself.
Let's talk about the military. 1,500 on the way are already there. There's probably more to come. Those troops will be armed this time. First of all, your reaction to those military flights and the influx of troops going to the border and the idea that they are armed.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think we've had multiple administrations who have sent uniformed troops, active duty troop port roles, right? According to our Constitution, you can go in supporting roles, logistics, driving, setting up facilities, setting up, border locations, whatever. It's very different when you cross the line into law enforcement. Our military are not trained as law enforcement officers. They'll be the first one to tell you that. That's not why they got into service. And it's also in violation of our Constitution. So I think it's very important that we keep that line.
It's always the people who've never served who speak like this. Yes, she did work for the Department of Defense. Yes, she serves on the Armed Services Committee, but clearly she's lacking common sense. Military police exist in the military. They're trained in law enforcement tactics, okay? They know how to secure an area. They know how to detain a suspect. I mean, get out of here. I don't know where she's going with that. And again, they have nothing else to say because this is what the American people want. And because they're on the opposite side of the issue, they got to make stuff up. Now, this actually takes us to the next story because it's a prime example of Democrats making stuff up only in the end to act differently than what they said. We've got two Democrat governors I'm going to show you right now who have changed their tune about supporting Trump as it pertains to mass deportation. I want you to hear from yourself, starting with the governor from Michigan.
President Trump and I both were elected twice by Michiganders, within 2 years apart both times. My oath is to serve the people of Michigan. If I can find some common ground, I am going to do that first and foremost. It never means we sacrifice our values or we stand down when Michigan is on the line. In fact, that's when I got to lean in more. But at this juncture, that's how I see the role that I have. And I think that's important for young people and for, all people. We got to understand when there are opportunities to do good, we got to take them and work with anyone to do that. And when your values are on the line, you've got to stand your ground and fight for the people that you love or the people that you represent in my role.
Now, this is the same woman who claimed that we're dealing with someone who is the likes of Hitler, that his supporters are Nazi sympathizers, that he's a threat to democracy and he's going to destroy this country. And so now this is how she is speaking. Again, this is the problem with the Democratic Party. When you use that type of rhetoric and then you behave this way, you contradict yourself. So nobody believes you. And at some point, we start to see that you guys are just making stuff up. But she wasn't the only one. Listen to the Massachusetts governor.
I wouldn't describe them as raids. What it seems to be is what we expected and what I support, which is the apprehension of criminals in our communities.
Yeah, so like I said earlier in this video, what you guys are seeing play out in real time is fuck around and find out, okay? And I'm sorry I had to curse, but that's literally what's going on here. you're going to see that there are governors, there are leaders of countries who are in that territory as it pertains to President Trump. They're going to try to test him, and they're going to find out pretty quickly here that that's not going to work in their favor. He has too much support, too much momentum, and quite frankly, he has the power, okay?
What's going on? What's going on? Why?
Ain't nothing wrong with her.
I know. You need to get up.
Yeah, because she broke my TV in there. She took that big thing right there and tried to hit me with it and tried to hit this TV.
Yeah,
I want her out of here. Her and her girlfriend.
Treasure, come on. Come on, get up. Get up off the floor. She's not passed out.
No, she's not.
Huh? Treasure, get up.
Yeah, when she see me in my face, but I'm gonna be fine.
Come on, let's go. Get up. Get up. Get up. What are you doing? Sit up. Sit up. No, she's saying she can't breathe. All right, we're gonna have EMS show up. Can you stand up, please?
She's saying she can't breathe.
Let's go outside and get some air. We're going to talk to you out there. Come on.
Let's go. Let's get up and go outside. There's no room for me to even grab her up.
Okay? I need you to get up and walk outside with us.
They gotta turn the
That can't be comfortable.
No, it's not. All right, get up. All right, let's get up. Stand up. Come on. You can.
I can't breathe.
Grab her other arm so you can stand up.
Or sit her on the bed.
Sit on the bed.
There we go.
Sit on the bed.
Scoot back.
Stand up.
Pain. I keep telling her I can't.
Yeah, but you're intentionally falling back down.
I'm not. I can't.
What's going on with your mouth?
He was
Holding you. He was holding her down.
Nah, he was hitting me in my mouth while I'm bleeding.
I don't know. That's all I saw was him holding you down.
I swear to God.
Let's go outside, Trevor.
Let's go outside so we can separate everybody and talk.
Can you walk with us out there and we'll get it figured out? We'll talk to you guys in a second. Okay. We'll try to get her outside.
Stand up so we can go outside.
Yeah, you. Does she have an inhaler?
No, leave me alone. He's messing with me.
He didn't take him out.
He was hitting me in my face.
Let's go outside. Yeah, we're going to talk to you about all that. We're going to help you out. We'll come out to our car. We're going to talk, okay?
They got my game. My name keep
We'll get it all figured out. But come on here with us.
They called last night.
I got you. Come on. Maybe just stepping out here. Yeah. Let's walk by. We're going to talk to you. Please. I just want to.
He was hitting me. He was choking me.
We're gonna go outside. Where we have more room.
He was choking me. He was trying to kill me. He was trying to kill me.
We're going to get your side outside.
He was trying
Let's
to
go
kill
outside.
me.
See where come talking. Just
Like,
like
We're gonna go. Stop walking
Like, he keep messing with me.
So how did this all start?
I went to go get my thing and he choked me.
You look here.
He was punching me in my face.
Slow down.
I can't breathe. I can't talk. I just want to tell y'all.
I got you.
I can't
You need to
breathe.
start from the beginning. We've got you.
Take a couple deep breaths and get your stuff together. You got her. I'm gonna go talk to this girl. Okay. So, what's going on?
What? Yeah, because they started this yesterday.
Okay, so this was
I'm
going
sure
on
you
since
guys-
yesterday. We haven't been here.
No,
So
I know, but it's like she calls all the time. Like they didn't even show up last night because it's like they know that.
I saw that officers were out here yesterday.
Yeah, that was.
So what's going on? What's going on today? Why are we all fighting?
Her mom. We all woke up. We brushed our teeth
all that. We were just getting ready to just head out and go.
Yeah.
Her mom was just saying stuff and just messing with her.
Okay, but saying stuff you can ignore. How did we get to the point where things are broken and people are punching and hitting each other?
He hasn't been saying nothing. We stayed upstairs and they were saying stuff. Her mom acts like a bully. And then her dad, like, why are you putting your hands on her? And then he threw water on me. It's like, I'm not going to do nothing. Go ahead, have it.
But then, how did the TV and everything else get broke?
Because they just kept messing
So
with
she
her.
just slammed it because they were yelling at her?
No, they just kept antagonizing her. They're
Like
just
talking to her?
messing with her, just saying
And
things.
how did she end up in their bedroom?
I was out here.
You don't know? Okay.
Yeah, I really
Okay.
don't know, but they're weird. They always mess with her, especially her mom.
Thanks.
He tried to kill me, I'm telling you.
She came in here and called her some.
Your wife, her mom, called her. Okay.
Yeah, she hit the TV.
And she hit your guys' TV here or there?
Right here.
Okay, and then what happened?
Then
Did you see what happened?
broke that TV.
It sounded like she called. Was this your mom in here?
Yeah.
She called her name, punched the TV.
She did that and left. Then she came back in. And then when she came in here, she tried to break this one. So I just started hunting her down.
You just
We
hold her
all
down.
tried to hunt her down.
Yeah, I was in here trying to feed my son and make sure my cousin eat, and then I went in there, they trying to hold her down. But she did break this TV. I don't know why she broke the TV.
No, at first nothing was happening. She just broke it.
Yeah, and then walked out. And then she came back and went upstairs and saying, where's her stuff? Where's her stuff? And we don't know. So yeah, he was trying to hold her down. She was like trying to move for him
Because we
to
tried to
stop
hunt her down. She just got kicked everything. She got
Yeah,
kicked.
and
That's why we grabbed her.
somehow, I guess she got kicked. She fell over.
Did you get hit in the face too, or you scratched?
Yeah, he got scratched.
She hit me.
Okay. Does she live here? Does Treasure live here upstairs?
The weight? I don't know where it came
Yeah, her and her girlfriend lived here. I've been trying to.
How did it go from the living room to their bedroom? Why did you go make it in there?
Because I was just asking for my game, and then he came in there tackling me.
What happened with the TV?
I don't
Did you break the TV?
No, I did not. I really did. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, then
I
who
just was
did?
about to leave. I don't know. Like, they're crazy. Like, they try to put me up to the bag. And why was all of them in there, like, doing that? Like, it only take one person. He's choking me, trying to kill me. I'm telling you, I wouldn't do this to myself.
Well, when I came in, he was holding you down on the bed.
Hey, no, he wasn't. He was holding me, choking me, hitting me. Where did
When
I
I
get
came
this from? Okay, when you came in, but I'm telling
That's
you,
what I
he
saw
was
when I
trying
came
to
in.
kill me. He was
One in
choking
here and
me.
one inside.
Ma'am, can you tell me a little bit what's going on?
They tried to kill me. I
Okay.
can't breathe.
Okay.
Like, he was choking me. He was choking me. He was pushing me in my lips.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
I can't breathe. I need an inhaler.
Okay. Do you have asthma?
I don't have asthma, but I have anxiety attacks.
I'm just trying to calm down. Partner here is gonna get some vitals on you. So you said he was choking you. Did you lose consciousness
Yes,
at all? Okay.
I kept saying that because I was screaming.
Yeah.
He was choking me and hit me at the same time.
Just try and take some
You
deep
can
breaths.
look at my lips. He was hitting me in my lips. I wouldn't lie.
Got it.
Like you said, he was holding me down. So how the hell did I do this to myself?
Well, he was holding you down when I came in. That's what I'm
Bro,
saying.
he was biting me and shit. Like, I don't even want to talk to him no more because I'm telling y'all he tried to kill me. If somebody tell y'all somebody tried to kill somebody, y'all need to invest in that. I'm not lying. He wasn't just holding me down.
Like I said, we're trying to get all this stuff.
That's why you break the TV.
I'm like, damn, leave me alone. Like, you keep harassing me. I don't want to do that, yo. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it, yo. I got to get my stuff to go. I got to go.
Just trying to make sure he was right.
Yeah.
You got to go. No, they're not doing
I know. So it sounds like she's
We're here to make sure you're doing all right, right? So deep breath.
Getting yourself off like the girl in here said they were it's biased on her end. But, yeah, it was saying that they got out there, brushing their teeth, or getting their stuff to go, and then the mom and dad kept saying stuff to him. I'm like, they didn't touch her. She's like, no, they just kept picking on her, and then she went crazy.
Yeah, broke the TV and just trying to hit him with a dumbbell.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. She didn't mention that.
Can you spell your first name for me?
No, she's quit. We were out here last night, but I don't know what went on yesterday. I pulled up. I stopped right here to talk to her, and then kids like the brothers like they're in here fighting still. I'm like, I didn't know who was involved. That's why I stopped talking.
So I didn't hear what happened. Where are you hurt? They want charges for the 2 TVs. Just the lip?
Well, she lives here.
Choking her out.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a little.
I mean, the DV.
It's your neck.
He was choking me. Y'all take him to jail. He was trying to kill me. He's laughing about it. Y'all seen it. Y'all need to take him to jail. I'm pressing charges. He gotta go, bro. He messed my whole face up in my neck, bro. I can't breathe, and I'm telling him. He talking about you got
Let's not focus on him right now, all right? Let's not focus on him.
They trying to lie on me, man. I can't.
You want to go to the hospital?
Yes, I want to get my stuff done. They took my Xbox. I want my stuff.
Do you live here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you able to walk to our
I don't want to leave my girlfriend here in my car.
So what are you gonna do?
And she followed me, but
she can meet you down there. Yeah, she can meet you down there.
They're gonna take on my stuff and break it and stuff because they're gonna say I broke the TV. They try to take on my stuff. Right?
They're not going to touch your stuff yet.
Please. I want my game too.
She done with you guys?
Yeah.
We're gonna get her.
I don't want to leave my stuff.
You able to come walk with us?
Okay.
They gonna touch my stuff, y'all.
I got all their info. I just got mom and dad.
So you said thankfulness and anxiety, anything else?
They don't need EMS or anything?
They're in there checking on mine.
Oh, okay. The dad I saw had a scratch on his face, but
yeah, I got a picture of that. They're just having a hard time breathing because they're holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get down and see what they say. If they can hold us on.
Okay. You want me to do anything? Sure. Yeah. All right. So how many acorns? I stand out here talking and the weird stuff you didn't notice. This tree was dropping like 50 at a time on this house. Every time the wind moved.
Yeah. We get those walnuts in our yards.
Yeah, the big ones.
Oh, yeah, like a metal shed back there.
Words carried a sharp edge, her tone dripping with condescension. Naomi, the black woman, calm as ever, looked up at her. "I've already told you, I'm not moving," she said simply. Her tone was even, almost soothing, but it held an undeniable back, her face flushing with embarrassment. She bit her lip, torn between doing what she knew was right and the fear of losing her job. As the tension built, a kind-looking man seated across the aisle leaned forward. The businessman, dressed in a crisp suit and exuding a calm demeanor, smiled at Naomi. "Excuse me," he said gently. "Is everything all right?" Naomi turned to him, her expression softening. "I'm fine, thank you," she replied, her voice steady but grateful for the small act of kindness. In front of her, his posture tense. "You need to step aside," he said, his voice firm but laced with discomfort.
You have a message.
Her confusion evident. "Excuse me?" she said, crossing her arms. "Why would I need to step aside? I'm handling this." The pilot's gaze flicked to Naomi, then back to Lauren. "I just received a call from the management that the owner of the plane is on board and she's Ms. Williams here," pointing to Naomi, he said plainly, his words hitting the room like a thunderclap. The cabin erupted into gasps and murmurs. The nosy socialite audibly inhaled, her eyes widening as she looked back and forth between Naomi and Lauren. Tried to protest. Please, Miss Williams, I'm sorry, she sobbed. Naomi's expression remained impassive. Your apology means nothing without accountability, she said quietly. You made your choices. Now you'll face the consequences. The passengers watched silently, their eyes fixed on Lauren as she disappeared down the aisle. The once dominant flight attendant was now a defeated figure, her arrogance replaced by regret and humiliation. Naomi turned back to the cabin, her voice steady as she addressed the passengers. To everyone here, I apologize for what you had to witness today. This is not the standard of service I expect on my planes. Moving forward, we will ensure that every passenger is treated with the dignity and respect they deserve.
Hi, damn jungle. Hello?
Hello, calling you back.
Oh yeah, you just finished?
No, I called you earlier.
You did? I've been sitting here waiting.
No, you didn't answer. I even recorded it. Anyway, I'm home.
Oh yeah? You see, my thing says arrived, right?
Your what?
See my crutch? My stuff is outside the front door.
Your boot?
No, my crutches.
What crutches?
The crutches I ordered.
What's wrong with the one you got?
It don't match the boot.
Oh, please. You think you're going to be in your boot forever?
No, but while I'm in it, I mean, they got to match.
How much it cost?
I don't know.
Sure.
Did you, puppy? You said you're home, right? So where's that?
Is it going to make you be any better? Is it going to?
Yes, it's gonna make me walk down the aisle opposed to postponing the aisle.
No, I asked you a question.
What?
Is the crutches out here going to be better than the crutches inside out?
Yes.
How?
You asked me a question, I gave you an answer. Now you want me to elaborate.
Yeah, I want you to explain how the crutches outside are better than the crutches inside.
Well, the bottom part of the new crutches are more sturdy and it's not peeling. So it's black aluminum and oh my God, they are dope.
LaShawn.
And
go ahead.
Okay. And it's going to match the boot.
And then what you gonna do when you don't need it no more?
I can I'll give it to the oh now you like we can sell it to the Salvation Army or you heard? Hello? Look, we can sell them.
I can't believe you ordered some crutches. I cannot believe
Yeah. So I thought you was on my page. I put it on a video and everything up.
Makes absolutely no sense to be paying for crutches that you're only gonna have temporarily.
Okay, well.
They're on the ground outside.
I tried this. You see them?
Yeah, they're on the ground.
Okay, well go get them.
Why do I have to go get them?
Well, would you want to have them sit there till I get home tomorrow?
They look nice where they at.
Oh my God. I'm being so difficult.
I don't need them. You don't need them.
Why?
Send that shit back.
All right, then send it back. Lord Jesus.
I ain't got your account number.
Go ahead and send it back. Just go on and send it back.
What's your account number? I don't understand you. You got to have every damn thing. You ain't got no room as it is. Now you gonna buy some crutches that you're gonna only have temporarily.
What happened? It's gonna be temporary, and for temporary, it gotta match my boot. So the crutches is black, the boot is black, and I also got a crutch bag.
Some black spray paint.
Spray paint?
Yeah.
I can't with you right now.
You could have sprayed them damn crutches black if you wanted to be black.
No, puppy. This thing that he gave me at the foot place, this is somebody else's stuff. I had to wipe it down before I used it. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm cleaning it." You giving me a used crutch.
That's
It has
good.
black duct
It
tape
works.
and all.
It does the
It's
job. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Bless. Absolute to God. All right. Bye.
What you mean?
I'm getting out the car. I got a car.